Lo mein? Like the food? Oh. Maple has a whole bunch of acronyms and abbreviations that kind of get lost in translation for pretty much everyone, both new to the game and those who have played for years. I even did a whole video going over one of these terms, FOMO, or fear of missing out. While that one isn't exclusive to Maple, it sure is prevalent throughout most of the game's history, being a crux for most that just want to play the game on their own time, but feeling the need to come back every so often, so when they do feel like playing the game, they have a best-in-slot item to make themselves feel better, or a certain cosmetic to make them look cuter. Besides that though, for this video, I'll try being thorough with the most common phrases I see scattered about in Smegas and such, starting with that one, Smegas. What even is a Smega? Super megaphone. They're the messages sent to everyone in every map and channel throughout the entire world. Its namesake comes from specifically the pink ones in the cash shop that you buy with in-game real-life currency known as NX, or Maple Points. Though its name and legacy surpasses the item itself, as people refer to any messages sent to everyone as Smegas, and the name just kinda stuck from there. For common things people send in these Smegas, let's start with deciphering something like this. So, MVP stands for Maple Value Points, not Most Valuable Player. And when used in Smegas, it usually refers to the 50% bonus XP atmospheric used in said maps they advertise the location of. These buffs are fairly desirable for grinding, since they're applied to everybody in the map in which they're used, and they also stack with other XP coupons. For this Smega, MS refers specifically to Mushroom Shrine, which is where MVPs are most commonly used as of making this video. CH, also sometimes CC, or just C, is channel. The numbers are the time which they are going to use the MVP buff in the stated location. The hour itself doesn't matter, just refer to your nearest clock or favorite time teller. Most commonly, these take place at 15-minute intervals. So for this Smega, an MVP atmospheric will be used at Mushroom Shrine at the current hour at the 55-minute mark in channel 16. Congratulations, you're a Maple Smega cryptologist, or crypto analyst, or translator. I don't know the exact phrase to use, but now you can read MVP Smegas. How about some other Smega phrases? I poked fun at this one at the start of the video, but Lomian is grouping both Lotus and Damien together, as people run both these bosses mainly for level 160 Absolab gear. If there's an H in front of this, it's referring to the hard mode versions of both bosses, which have a chance at pitch drop or straight up Absolab boxes, rather than farming for cores from both the normal boxes and the weeklies. Another common two grouped together are Lucid and Will to form Luwil. This time for them, it's the level 200 arcane gear they give, with again H in front meaning hard, and chance of arcane boxes and pitched items. Tene is for the group of Tenebris bosses, being Gloom, Darknell, and Varishilla, or Vihilla for short. C in front refers to Chaos Tenebris. Though the only one among these three bosses with the Chaos moniker is just Chaos Gloom. C10 just stuck because it sounded cool, I guess. Slime is Guardian Angel Slime, C being Chaos Mode. RA is Rudibus, but it's more commonly referred to as CRA, Chaos Rudibus, because you get the hat top and bottom sets from them. And lastly, BM is Black Mage, the big bad of the first 255 levels of MapleStory. Some other bosses, though more uncommon, especially nowadays with the removal of boss carries, unless you do minimum 5% of the total health of a boss. CZAC is Chaos Zackum, HMag is Hard Magnus, CPAP is Chaos Papillatus, CHT is Chaos Horntail, CPB is Chaos Pink Bean, and Pino is Princess No. You might see these from time to time too. What are these even? They're acronyms for certain popular training maps. There's tons to go over, but some more common ones you'll see floating around. Fez 2 is Forsaken Excavation Site 2, located in Future Parion. HRT is Hidden Research Train in Reverse City. Latchlane has OS 1 through 3, referring to Outlaws Street, as well as ODF for Occupied Dance Floor. In Arcana, there's CLP for Cavern Lower Path, along with most other bottom half areas like D-Cup for Deep in the Cavern Upper Path, etc. SDH is Shadow Dance Hall 2 through 4 in Morass. Sfera has MTS for Mirror Touch C 2 through 6, more commonly just for 2 through 4 for Spiders, because that's where everyone trains at. Celis has Fiol, Final Edge of Light, commonly just for 2 through 5, as well as SSS for Star Swallowing Sea 1 through 6. Moonbridge has VC for Void Current 1 through 6, most commonly 3, in addition to Last Horizon 1 through 6. And Limina is a doozy. People don't refer to the map names, but more so the numbers. The big popular ones here are End of the World 1-4 and 1-5, which are just shortened to 1-4 and 1-5. People also sometimes train in the ones that start with 2 nowadays, maybe even in the other 1 map since I last trained there. But just know, if it's numbers with dashes, it's probably in Limina. That's pretty much it for the common ones I can think of pre-260. I know Grandis has some, like Lib for Cernium's library area 1 through 6, as well as Burning Cernium's library. But past that, I think people just don't abbreviate or use one-word phrases to reference certain maps, if not just outright use the whole map name. Party skills typically have acronyms too, more so for the shared decent ones every class can just craft at 5th job. SE for Sharp Eyes, HS for Holy Symbol, CO for Combat Orders, and SI for Speed Infusion. If they have a D in front, that's referencing specifically the decent 5th job or equipped non-party shared skill variants of the skills. A few shared 5th job nodes have these too, like LR being Last Resort, or Will skill referring to the node you get from defeating the boss Will, True Arachnid Reflection. Most classes also have acronyms for their skills, like IC for Hero's Instinctual Combo, but there's a lot of acronyms for a lot of classes. Just take context clues from whoever is talking about said class and look up their skills online or ask them or something. I really don't want to go over all 50 or so classes. However, I will mention Door, which is Bishop's skill, Heaven's Door, that obliterates an entire map and gives everyone in the party a free revive upon losing all their health one time. That being said, here's some classes' abbreviations and acronyms instead. CM for Cannoneer, BM, or very rarely, BWM for Bowmaster, BAM for Battle Mage, MM for Marksman, PF for Pathfinder, HY or Hoyo for Hoyoung, IL for Ice Lightning Mage, FP for Fire Poison Mage, DW for Dawn Warrior, TB for Thunderbreaker, WA for Wind Archer, BW for Blaze Wizard, NW for Nightwalker, DRK for Dark Knight, AB for Angelic Buster, BT for Beast Tamer, DS for Demon Slayer, DA for Demon Avenger, WH for Wild Hunter, and last but not least, NL for Night Lord. I think that's all the major ones. To end things off, the lightning round of ones that don't need an in-depth explanation really. For equipment, SF is Star Forcing, Potter Potted refers to potentials, Cubing is for re-rolling potentials, and Flaming is for Rebirth Flames for extra stats. IA is your inner ability in your stat window. BA is Battle Analysis, seeing if you meet the required damage for certain bosses. E-Boss and E-Mobs are Elite Boss and Elite Mobs, the funny little guys that invade your map from time to time. GPQ is a guild party quest, or nowadays just known as Culvert since it's solo. WAP, WAP is Wealth Acquisition Potion. EAP is XP Acquisition Potion. And to end this whole video off, Reset refers to the time of which dailies, and on certain days weeklies, in-game, reset for everybody, and the game moves to the next day. This is always at 00 UTC, or 8 PM Eastern, 5 PM Pacific during daylight savings, or an hour prior when it's not daylight savings. Done. I think that's just about everything short of general internet online phrases that others use, like LOL, and other funny ones I won't repeat here. You'll usually figure most of these out through just asking people anyways, but I figured having a handy little guide was both educational for those new to the game, or forgetful of certain things and afraid to ask others, as well as a fun video for me to just slap together. On that note, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped make sense of the weird things people always say in Maple. That's all.